so slicker, neon bright. Old freaky gamer plays all night. Joystick in one hand, fries in the other. He's the king of one more level, brother. Press start, he's in the zone. His throne's a squeaky chair alone. Old freaky gamer, he's got the knack.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the GamezAttack podcast here at OldFreakyGamer.com. That's OldFreakyGamer.com. This is episode 69. Have you 69 yet? Welcome, everybody, to the podcast, the show, the one and only me, Mr. Mike, where we talk about video games, gaming industry, all that great stuff. Let me move my mic a little bit here so you can hear me better. Oh boy, what's going on? Oh boy, we got a smallest show for you today because if you haven't heard, I've been doing some home remodeling a little bit, some bathroom remodeling. So I'm recording this again on a Thursday before the weekend because on Saturday I got a whole bunch of stuff planned going on. I got a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and I will try to get in some gaming. But first comes first, home responsibilities like prepping my bathroom remodel. Basically, I'm going to be tearing some stuff down, like the popcorn ceiling that day, tearing off some wallpaper, fixing the tiles in the bathroom first. And then a couple of weeks down the road, let me see here. I'm trying to look at what the dates are because the dates go by quickly here. Oh, I can't even see that. So when did I say? I said it was going to be the 25th. So 2 weeks from now, starting on the 23rd, that's when I'm going to be really going gangbusters on the remod for the bathroom. But I wanted to first get everything pre-done so I know that I don't have to worry about anything. I just bought some paint yesterday from Lowe's. I bought a nice little quart because I needed just a quart of paint for a little bit of walls because I don't got that much wall. I got a small bathroom, so got a little bit of wall to do. And where the wallpaper is, and then I got a gallon of white semi-gloss because that's where I'm going to use a lot of white paint for that. With that, painting a whole bunch of stuff in the bathroom and stuff, and doors and stuff. And I'll probably use it for other doors because that's what I do. I use semi-gloss for all my doors in the house and moldings and stuff like that. It's nice gold white. And then other stuff like that. That's doing the pre-stuff, get it all set and ready, so when the time comes, all I have to do is focus on painting and putting stuff in, making it all look nice, let it all dry, working on that fake, what should I say, stone, that fake marble in the bathroom when I do the marble painting. It takes a little bit of time, but it's going to look great. It's going to feel great. It's going to be a grand change to what this bathroom looks like. An old lady lived here, which hence before me, I moved in a long time ago. Yes, an old couple did live in this house, an old lady, and had old lady wallpaper and looks and stuff. And I'm like, trying to modernize this little bathroom for the 21st, 22nd, 25th, whatever you want to consider this century. What is a century anymore? Is it a 20th century still? I don't know. They still call Fox 20th Century Fox, right? Or is it Fox Searchlight? I forget what they even... Do they call it 20th Century still? Studios? I forget. They can change it up. Anywho, folks, this, if you didn't notice, this is a video game podcast, hence the evil Mario next to me. Oh shit, evil Mario next to me. So there's some evil Mario news in the news. So we're gonna be talking a little bit about a lot of gaming news today, and I haven't played that many games, so it's just like I said, it's been crazy. Summer's always crazy. I always mention that. I hate to be a bore But summer's been really crazy. And, oh, I should have put that on there too, but I didn't. I got to put that on the list here of a game that I did play. And I will be playing again. So I haven't been playing that much games, and it bothers me because I love gaming so much. But once you don't have time because life's responsibilities gets in the way, it's just a total bummer. So it just bugs me. It bugs the hell out of me. Does that bug the hell out of you? As older gamers out there, I'm talking to the older gamers, not the younger gamers that might be listening or watching this, but the older gamers. Does it bother you now that you have lots of responsibilities in life? Does it bug you a bit that even though you like to sit down and try to play a video game, that life just gets in the way 90% of the time, and then you can't get to a game, or you want to get to a game, but you can't take pleasure in a video game as much anymore? It's a dilemma to me because I just, that's my heart and soul of what I like to do. And because life has to come first, because if I don't do life, if I do not do the things around my house, fix up the house, if I do not go to work and do a job and make money, I don't have a life, because I can't afford a life because I have no money to do anything in my life. And I didn't even get a chance to work out for a couple weeks now, and that's another thing that's been bothering me is not being able to work out. I just want to take out probably my Ring Fit adventure and start doing the Ring Fit shit again. That's how bad I want to play a video game and work out at the same time. So I'll bust out my Switch and my Ring Fit adventure. I'll put a TV in the basement. I'll start doing Ring Fit adventure shit every day. What does life come to? That's why I always say, and I always joke about this, because old freaky gamer shit, even though I'm not 40 yet, but I will be next year. But like I said, the whole joke of my whole thing here is I am getting older. I will be that old freaky gamer eventually. I will grow into being the old freaky gamer. And I always say this to people, and people don't understand, or they don't bother to or they like, oh, you don't want to get old. You don't want to do that. I'm like, but I want to retire. And they're like, you don't want to retire? I'm like, yes, I want to retire. I want to be able to have enough money to fucking retire, never to work again, or at least not work like at the shitty job that I'm at, but maybe work on the side, do some side stuff for myself. But I want to retire and just work out, game, do nothing else, just live life. Maybe I'll take a vacation once in a great while, which I still do plan on taking a vacation a few years from now to go to Japan, if that happens. We'll see how the world is and how the world behaves in a few years from now. But if it all still is good and it's not burned down to the ground, or we're not in a third world war or anything like that, maybe possibly I might go to Japan and enjoy an actual real vacation. Anywho, when I retire, I will be gaming a lot. I will be gaming so much that I'll have so much carpal tunnel in my hands. Not that I don't feel sometimes some shit in my hands, but, I'm also working with my hands all the time, all day, every day. But if I'm able to game all day, well, not all day. I'll game some days all day. But game whenever I want, work out, whatever my body can let me do when I'm older, and not have to worry about getting up at 3 a.m. to go to work at 4 a.m. And work, 5 days a week, 40 plus hours a week. I know, rough life, isn't it? And it makes me wonder on how the people that choose not to work, or the people that just, let's just say, break the system are able to make money even though legally they shouldn't be, and they're able to not legally, but like I said, the system's broken, get paid, and they just sit at home on their asses. They play video games all day, eat whatever they want, do whatever they want, live lives of luxury on a taxpayer dime like mine. That's something that burns me up. Enough about that, though. We're not here to talk about the doom and gloom stuff. We're here to talk about fun stuff like video games. So, like I said, I haven't played many video games lately, but we could go to the games that I have played in this past week anyways.
The games that have been played in the past week.
So, like I said, I haven't played too many video games. The ones that I continue to play, to at least get in my 15 minutes for both my Xbox and my PC for my rewards, for Microsoft Rewards, which is still good. I still have to say it nowadays. Right now, the Microsoft Rewards program is still good, people. If you're willing to try to do it, it is still good. You go online, you go to the Microsoft Rewards page, and when you're signed into your account, do all the stuff that it has you do. There's a lot of tasks. You earn points on your Xbox app on your phone. Go into that, log into that, go into the rewards, do the things it wants you to do, like play that stupid Bejeweled 2 or that Microsoft Jewel 2. Play some games like on your Xbox for 15 minutes, on your PC playing an Xbox game for 15 minutes. And once those unlock, you get points for those, and then you get more points, and they double, triple, quadruple them, and they give you bonus points at the end of the run of each list and task and stuff. And then eventually, a few months later, when you're done milking the system for as many points as you can, there you go. Then you got yourself enough points to get yourself like a gift card that you can use in the Microsoft Store, or you can get an Amazon gift card, or many other things you could do with those points. And it's just, it's great. It's still great. Even though you earn probably less than what the rewards program did in the past, I still find myself getting $50 gift cards. Like right now, I got over 20,000 points already for my new Microsoft Rewards thing. Just give me another month or two or whatever, I'll have another $50 gift card in basically no time to use to whatever, to save money on purchasing games on the Microsoft Store or an Xbox Store or whatever, or if I wanted to just get an Amazon gift card. Like I said, all that stuff. When that new Asus ROG Ally comes out, which I got news about that, or at least semi-news, I'll use some of that $50 gift card towards the Asus ROG Ally if I bought it. If I purchase it on the Microsoft Store, if they offer to sell it on the Microsoft Store, which I think they would, because it is going to be the Xbox ROG Ally or the ROG Xbox Ally. You would think they would sell it in the Microsoft Store, so I would think they would do that, and I would definitely purchase it from them, because then you probably get a better, I would say, warranty and stuff probably through them, even though it's an Asus product. But if you're buying through Microsoft, you usually get some perks like that. But yeah. What was it? I was talking about games that I haven't played in the past week. So what was I doing? I was talking about the rewards points. That's right. So yeah, earning some rewards points. That Microsoft Rewards initiative still pretty good. So if you're one of those people that like to use your phone all the time and like to go maybe try out the Bing app, and go to rewards, it'll reward you. Trust me. It works quite well. Excuse me, my throat. For some reason, my throat is, we do have burning going on up north of us here in Western New York. Let me take a drink here. I think my throat is getting too dry. So we got these fires going on in Canada. There's a lot of fires. A lot of Canada is burning right now. So we're getting all that smoky haze coming through here. It hasn't been bothering me, but maybe it has, and I just haven't noticed. Because, like I said, usually my throat isn't this scratchy and itchy and me going like that so soon and my voice going all gravelly so soon, talking or on a podcast or something until at least the end of the podcast. But I'm guessing Canada is burning so much that it's just causing us so much trouble over here because, oh, Canada, why are you burning so badly? And why aren't you putting out those fires? I don't know. Maybe they just want them to burn. They got a lot of forest. You know, it is nature. If it's natural burning, it's just nature doing its thing, but still. I find it kind of odd. And yes, I don't want to, what is the term? I don't want to, people think I'm making fun of Canada, but, so-called Canada hates us right now. But I kind of noticed that a lot of Canadians have been over here lately because there's been a lot of clothes shopping from Canadians, and you could tell that it is the Canadians coming over the border and buying a lot of clothes and stuff because they leave it all in my garbage cans, all the hooks, hangers, and tags all over my parking lot over at my restaurant and in the garbage cans and stuff. So I kind of figured that they're smuggling a lot of still American, clothes from here in America when they go shopping here. So I'm pretty sure they're still wanting to come here because I guess our prices are still better. I don't know. I don't want to, I don't want to poke the bear, but they're still coming over the border doing that. Don't want to sound, like I said, I don't want to sound racist, but it's just how bad, it just makes me wonder, how bad is it up in Canada that you got to come here to buy your clothes, and then you got to buy so many clothes that you got to take off the tags, you got to take off the hangers and stuff, because you got to report that when you go over the border that you bought all that stuff, so they don't want to do it, so they put on all the clothes, do all that stuff. They'll take some packed bags and stuff like they're going on a trip or something. They'll pack them in bags and stuff, pretending that they were on a trip or something. And it's like, how expensive and how bad is it up there that you're coming here to Buffalo, New York, of all places, where we're expensive? We got the 8 point, what is it? Is it still 8.25 or is it higher? I don't even know. I don't even bother looking anymore. But we got the 8 to almost 9% sales tax here, and it's, I don't know, not always the best place to go. And there's a lot, I don't know. It's just, it seems odd that it must be so expensive up there in Canada that they got to come down to us, who they said they hate with a passion because of Trump and the tariffs and all that stuff, that they're still willing to come down here to buy stuff from our shops and stuff. It's remarkable what human beings do when things get really tough. It's like, shit, if it got so expensive here in America, or if it gets so expensive here in America, I wonder how many of us will go to Mexico to buy stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, that's how it goes, I guess. But, yeah, back to the games played. So I played basically from between Xbox and PC. I've been playing some Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. I unlocked a few more things. It is still a fun game. I am still bad at skating, but being able to, eventually unlock some stuff, doing some stuff. I got to tell you, though, the camera in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 still sucks ass, beyond sucks ass. It is a horrible camera system. Sometimes I got to try to fight that thing so badly that I'm like spinning around or it's spinning the other direction, even though I'll hold the camera or the controller analog stick like in the right direction. It's like the camera goes left, and then if I drew it in the left direction, and I don't have any of the gaming controls in reverse, mind you. I know people would say, well, maybe you got the controls inverted on your Xbox, and I'm like, no, No, they're perfectly averted. It's just the camera's really, really bad in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Plus 4. Yeah, so I've been really, really, really trying my best at playing it, but I fail a lot. But I have fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not anywhere close to being the best or even good Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in the game, but I have fun unlocking new, skate ramps or towns and areas and stuff. It is a great game, and I'm playing on Game Pass. It just makes it a whole lot better because it's like, sure, I probably eventually would have purchased this game if it was not owned by Microsoft, aka Xbox, and it did not come out on Game Pass, but it would probably be a little bit ways away because I already own the first Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 plus 2. 2, I would wait because, I know I'll eventually drop off of it. And 3, I'm a cheap-ass gamer. So even though I don't own cheap-ass gamer, that's somebody else, but still, I'm a cheap-ass gamer, and I like to get some deals on that stuff. So I would definitely wait on that. Continuing my series, playing RoboCop Rogue City on the Series X, playing on my stream, which, as I'm recording this, tomorrow's my stream, but as you're listening to this, the stream has already been done, so that'd be next Friday, but each Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Robo Mike playing RoboCop Rogue City, having a blast. That is a fun game. I'm just cannot wait till tomorrow when I can come home, go to work, come home, go take my nap, my Mr. Mike nap, wake up, and go stream a nice stream with you fine people and play a lot of RoboCop Rogue City and have a blast being RoboCop, just blasting, shooting, blasting, and knocking people away, all the bad people away. It is just so much fun. It is a fun game, and a lot of people have been talking about the DLC for the game, and it's making me like, well, when I beat this game, maybe I'll have to play the DLC someday for the game, because it sounds a lot like I might want to be playing this game. And I've actually watched 2 out of the 3 movies of RoboCop. Well, there's a 4th RoboCop. There's that new remake of RoboCop, which I hear is pretty good. I think I've seen it. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I just don't remember all of it. But I got the RoboCop trilogy on Blu-ray. I'm surprised they didn't include the 4th one, but I got the trilogy on Blu-ray and watched the first 2. I hear the 3rd one sucks at major ass, but I got to see it. So I might see it either Friday or this weekend just to put it around, maybe in the background or something when I'm doing my work or something. And it's making me want to watch RoboCops. And I did watch them. I'm RoboCop. I'm Murphy. Man, those movies. Those movies back in the 80s, people. The 80s were a kick-ass time, I tell you. I was born in the late 80s, but still, kick-ass time, folks. Mm-hmm. And RoboCop Rogue City, just a fun game. And like I said, if it gets really cheap or if it's on Game Pass again, because it was on Game Pass, I think it's... No, it might... I don't know if it's still on Game Pass, but if it's ever on Game Pass or if it's on sale, maybe definitely pick up RoboCop Rogue City because it plays robily fun. It is a robily fun game, and I highly recommend it. The controls are great. The shooting's great. You feel like you could die at any moment, but if you know how RoboCop is in the game, once you start playing it, you get a handle on, oh, okay, I could do this. And then there's all these, what do they call them? The C-Coke, what is it? The CCPD or something like that. They're like little CCPD like health canisters. And I find them all over the place where I can just, I can repair RoboCop. Oh boy, I can make his health go back up. So stuff like that. And fighting the bad guys, just shooting them all up in like a gallery or something, or smack them off a bridge, or grabbing one and throwing them somewhere. It's just hilarious fun. It's been super hilarious fun, and I cannot wait to play it again, and I hope I can write some more tickets, because I didn't get to write any tickets to anybody on the last stream, but still fun, still doing the show, still doing the live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Time here on OldFreakyGamer.com or YouTube.com/OldFreakyGamer-2023 or Twitch.tv/OldFreakyGamer. That's where you can watch my streams each and every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, if you didn't get that the first time. Also been playing a little bit of Brotato. Yes, Brotato. Yes, if you don't know what Brotato is, I'm sorry, because Brotato is a fun game. You go around as any of these little Brotato characters, and you get endless waves of enemies that you go and shoot, kill, and fight, get your stuff. It's got a little bit of the Binding of Isaac feel to it, but it's like a big like boss rush and all that stuff. Really fun game, and still been playing that on and off on my PC, just so I have something extra to play while I am trying to unlock those Microsoft points still, because I need the PC points. So I've been popping on Brotato a little bit, having some more fun, and dying at the final wave all the time with the major boss, because the major bosses are weenies and they cheat a lot, and it's hard to win against them when my tools and powers aren't as good yet to take them down. Simple as that. So it's like one of those roguelike enemy wave kind of games. But it's fun. Check it out. Brotato. It is what it sounds like it is. And you can pick whatever Brotato you want once you start unlocking them. And then when you unlock them, you pick the other Brotatos and you do their missions. And if you succeed and stuff, I'm sure even more Brotatos will come. And you can play as those Brotatos. So very fun on that. And this game, which I did a Let's Play of, which, reminding you guys, didn't get too many views on my last videos. Please watch them. I don't want to sound like a bitter old man, but come on. I got some good videos, folks. Take a look-see. Take a look-see. I'm begging you. Take a look-see. I wonder if there's just something going on where people aren't really watching videos yet. Maybe on the weekend or something. But I had my last podcast and this game, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, I was playing like a bit of, trying it out for the first time. It is a Souls-like action role-playing game, published by 505 Games, which I'm sure you guys heard of 505 Games. I guess it's developed by, what did they say, Lindsay, Chinese studio, I guess. The game follows Bai Wuchang, so her name is Bai. It's got to be Bai. So it's like Bai Wuchang, a female pirate. Now she doesn't look like a pirate to me, but I guess she's a pirate, or according to the readable synthesis on this states she's a female pirate who navigates the supernatural horrors stemming from the mysterious feathering disease, set in an alternative history representation of Shu, not Shu from Sony, of Shu during the late Ming Dynasty. It explores a region ravaged by war and plague. So, Bai Wuchang, who is a female pirate, has contracted that fallen feathers disease. So it is a Souls-like, roguelike, whatever you want to say. They say it's a role-playing game, kind of, but It does have that Elden Ring, Dark Souls feel to the game because I died so many times and I've sucked so badly in the game and I've got aggravated in the game, which if you want to watch me freak out, that'll show me freaking out in the video, which I'm sure people like when somebody's going, ah! It's not my type of game so far. And I'm not just talking about because I played, multiple hours of it last time, but it feels like a game that, sure, I can eventually, if given the time and I have the energy for, to grind the game to make it better by being able to level up my character more and more and more. But as of right now, I am not that good at the game. And I'm sure there's people, and I watched people play this game and do a lot better. Like, I couldn't find the damn fucking ladder. I was looking, I'm like, oh, when I'm at the one point, and you'll find this out if you watch my last Let's Play so far of Wuchang Fallen Feathers, you'll see I'll get all the way to the end of this level, basically, and I'm like, what do? It's like to an endpoint, and the other part's an endpoint. I can't get through these doors or do this. And then I go back there, and then I look to the corner of my eye, I see the ladder, and it's shimmering. It's got a little shimmering piece in the middle. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I said to myself, I'm like, shit. And then I go click A by the little shimmering light by the ladder. And sure enough, the ladder forms in some weird way. And it goes all the way down. All the way deep down to like a cave or whatever. And I'm like, God damn, I missed this ladder entirely. How did I miss this ladder? But I missed it somehow. And that was at the end of the game. Then I played a bit more of the game, did a little bit more stuff with by Wuchang, and ultimately died. And that's how I ended it, because some creature, when I was trying to get out of the cave or something, some creature just snuck up on the side of me and just axed me right there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, man. And that's what you hear from me on the end of that video. I am going to try to play this again some more. My goal is over the weekend, because I want to make this a new Let's Play, because I don't know if I have any time today to really play it as I'm recording this. But this weekend, if I have some time after I do my pre-remodeling and some other stuff, I want to make another Let's Play video of Wuchang Fallen Feathers, do a second chance on it. That'll be my second chance video. And play the hell out of it a little bit and see if I can get into this roguelike, Souls-like kind of genre, I'm not really the biggest on the big, hardy boss battle kind of things, but so far the controls are getting better for me, even though you got to use like all the, and I'm going to show this on the video portion of the podcast, but if you're listening to me, you'll get the concept. But I got my Xbox controller here. You got to use all the finger buttons. I mean, the triggers. The triggers what does all the action moves. Like, got your right clicker here, your right stick, left stick, right bumper, left bumper, and each one of those does a different move from Wuchang, where she's either kicking, punching, whatever, grabbing, whatever, and the Y, X, A, B buttons are mapped to something totally different, and all the rest of the stuff is mapped to totally different aspects. Now note, I was playing this on my PC, and everything ran smoothly, looked really good, really decent to really good, and I haven't had any glitches or slowdowns or anything like other people are complaining about. Now, note, I let the game decide on how much, how graphically intense this game would be on my, oh, excuse me for a second, on my, my own playthrough. It's just, I just got to keep trying. I just got to try to get back into it, see if I can make it work for me and like it. But I don't know. I think I'm going to just fall out of this. Get it? Fall in feathers. I might fall away from this game just like everybody else because I don't hear anybody talking about Wuchang Fallen Feathers anymore. After a bunch of the podcasters that I listen to wrote it off saying, this is, not the best Chinese game, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I'll give it a few more stuff. Excuse me, still yawning. Yeah, I got to try to play this some more. It's a goal of mine. Not just to give up right away on a game, but give it a few more tries. Like I said, it'll be a funny new Let's Play for everybody. Maybe I'll be good at it. Maybe I'll come to enjoy this game. But at the end, I don't know. I think I'm going to fall off of this game, and I think, I'll just move along after it. But other people have played it. Other people say they liked it. But a lot of the reviewers out there, a lot of the big-name gaming podcasters out there just seem not to like it. And I kind of understand why, but I really don't on other aspects because it's like the majority, like I said, is about the graphics, the smooth gameplay, stuff like that, because they might bump up their graphics and the gameplay to unrealistic maxes and stuff. Not was intended for any of that. But people are trying, people are playing it, and as for me, I will continue to try to play this. And like I said, hopefully have another Let's Play out of it for you guys because why not? Why freaking not? Yeah, I think others, when they're complaining about that game, especially for the graphics point, part of it, and stuff and how smooth it runs and stuff with their 5090s and bullshit like that. I think they're just expecting too much out of the game and their rigs can't just handle it, and they try to go overboard and try to pump out the max settings on everything, and that's not what that graphics card, I heard that graphics card does not do very well, is max out everything. So yeah. So those were the games that I played in the past week. Hopefully, like I said, I do not know. I cannot visualize what this weekend's going to be because, like I said, tomorrow I am going to play a game. It's going to be RoboCop Rogue City. Saturday, I got, like I said, some bathroom remodeling to do. And then after that, in the afternoon, I got a friend coming over. We're going to do some hanging out, working out, stuff like that. So probably not going to have much time to game on Saturday. Hopefully Sunday, maybe I'll stay in and game a little bit. It's supposed to be like 95 degrees outside. So if that's what's going to be happening on Sunday and I'm not going to be leaving my domicile too much because it's going to be sweltering hot outside, maybe I'll get into some gaming then. Why not? I'll try to do that then. That would be good. And then maybe I'll try to play more Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Actually, you know what I should be playing? I should be playing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black because I want to get more of that game done. I actually want to beat that game. I am still very early on, and there's a lot of chapters to go. But, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is in my back catalog, and it's something I should really think about getting and playing. So that's my thoughts on the matter. So why don't we get into some talk about games and the Gamez Newz, because that's what I got a lot of. And I'll do a little bit more ranting because I got some Nintendo ranting to do. And I think we're going to call that an early show. I know. I'm already getting into the Gamez Newz because, like I said, nothing else is really going on besides my busyness. when the fall and winter start coming and I'm not outside as much, because I will try to sit indoors more often and not want to do anything outside, especially when old man winter comes around and puts the snow out there. The only thing I'm going to be out there for is to remove the snow. Otherwise, I am going to be sitting indoors playing games as much as possible, because that's what I do. So there you go. There you have it. Anything else? Oh, I purchased some stuff. Mainly I purchased a hard drive. Best Buy, as of currently on this podcast. Now note, when you watch and listen to this podcast, it could be over. The sale could be over. I bet it's only going until Sunday, because that's what most of these sales go to. But I am acquiring, which should be coming any time now. I don't know what's taking them so long to deliver it today, because it is coming from down the street to my house. I don't know why it's taking them a whole day to package and deliver it to my house, because I'm too lazy to go down the street to pick it up from my local Best Buy, the hard drive, because there's a lot of construction going down there, and I just don't want to drive down to the Best Buy because of all the construction and all the crazy cars and stuff. So I'm like, well, if you're going to give me free shipping and I'm just down the street from where they're going to ship it from, might as well just get it shipped to my door if it's free, you know. I'm going to be the lazy American, you know, save some gas money. I don't know. But I purchased a 26 terabyte external Seagate hard drive, USB 3.0, USB, I think, was it USB-C or USB-C, USB 3.0, external hard drive. I think it said USB-C. Let me double check that. Let me triple check that. Let me go to bestbuy.com, because I can easily get to there. And let's check out this hard drive. So 26 terabyte Seagate, here we go. And it's well, I didn't mention the price. So you could save $100. Like I said, this deal might be done by the time this podcast goes out. So forgive me, folks, but it wasn't my fault that I just found this out. But I'm sure if you really were needing an external hard drive or a hard drive for your computer, because you could just rip this hard drive out of the case, I would guess. If you wanted a 26 terabyte hard drive or external drive, I'm sure you would have found this deal. So $100 off from $349.99 to $249.99. So $250 for 26 terabytes. That is a steal deal, especially nowadays, especially when they keep saying, oh, hard drives and media and solid state media are going up, folks, so watch out. The reason I'm getting this 26 terabyte external hard drive is for backup purposes, for my media, for my videos and music and stuff, mainly for my videos, but I'm going to put my music and photos on there as well. And it's basically backing up my NAS drive upstairs, which I have upstairs. Now, I do have redundancy on my NAS drive, my Seagate, on my what is it called? Synology NAS drive. But I'm like, well, it's good to have an extra second copy or backup of that, so I don't have to re-rip all my movies and all my Blu-rays and some of those extra special movies that I cannot get without trying to find them again online, because they're hard to impossible to find. There's a lot of there's a big collection of that stuff. And I said to myself, well, I do want to back them up. When I heard about this deal on Best Buy, having a 26 terabyte external hard drive, it's a Seagate drive, and it's only $250, I'm like, fudge me, I better buy it right now, because I'll probably forget, or I'll just keep dragging on and on. And I'm like, shit. So when I get this thing, I'm going to plug it into my upstairs computer system, a way lighter weight system. It's my little server system, and I will back all that shit up from my NAS up there to this external drive. And then I do got another Seagate hard drive over here. I got a couple hard drives, actually, externals. I'll just take the one off that I have all the movies packed on there, because it's a lesser one. I think it's only like a 8 or 10 terabyte one, and I'll just take all those movies and stuff off of that, and I'll just use it for my media that I do here for Old Freaky Gamer, and I'll just back all my shit up on that thing. You know, stuff like that. Yeah, but it's USB. Yeah, USB 3. I thought it was USB-C, but it's USB 3. 26 terabyte external hard drive on sale, $249.99. That is a steal. For $100 off, that's a steal for a 26 terabyte. Who would have thought 26 terabytes? And like I said, it's for backup. It even comes with rescue data recovery services as well, which is good. I never needed to use them because, like I said, if this external drive failed, I'll still have my NAS. If the NAS fails, I'll still have this. If they both fail, then I'm fucked. But I'm like, well, I guess the media gods just didn't want me to have that media collection that I possess for all the movies and TV shows and all the stuff that I keep on my server. I guess the media gods are angry at me and they want me to rip all my Blu-rays, DVDs, and find all the extra other media that's super hard to find and very expensive to get. So yeah, yeah, and this would be a great drive if you want to put on 26 terabytes of video games and data. USB 3, it's USB-C to USB 3. You can just plug it on in and probably run the game off your PC, right? Or just take the hard drive out and put it in your PC. Why not? 26 terabytes of gaming. But if the sale is still going on after this podcast, take a look. Take a damn look because it's a really sweet deal. Didn't buy any more games yet. I've been looking because Microsoft, aka Xbox, has been having some Scream deals, some interesting weird deals, but they have not had any big deals. I almost took a bite out of one of the little deals, but then I'm like, I'll wait till the PC version of the one game goes on sale because sometimes they have the console versions of the games on sale of the certain game, but yet its PC counterpart is not on sale, and I'm always wondering, why is the digital version of this on sale, but the digital version of the same game for the PC not on sale, and it's a different price? I don't get that. I don't get the whole inconsistency of game prices when they should be the same thing, especially if they're the same version, and one version is cheaper than the other version, because the one game was like only $14 on their game sale, and then that same game on PC Game Pass or the PC Game Xbox PC store was like $50 something, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is that? It's just like how gas stations are run. If you go to one gas station, it's one price. You go to that same gas station somewhere else, and it's a totally different price. That's how they basically do it with these freaking video games, that it feels like, these deals and stuff, because it's like, well, it's the same game, Xbox, aka Microsoft, and it's in both your stores. You know, you could go to Xbox.com, you could go to, you know, the Xbox store on your Xbox Series console, and you go to the PC. It's the same game, it's just on a different sort of platform, your PC or Xbox, and you have a sale. How come the PC versions of the same game isn't on sale as that? What makes the publisher not want to put those same game on the same sale? I don't get that. Is it just like, I don't know, is there a reason why the games, sometimes the sales on the games and the pricing on games on between like an online console or PC are like completely different? Even though they're the same game, just different wrappings for different hardware, it does not make sense to me. And that's one of those weird broken things in the gaming industry, especially for selling games on storefronts, that the gaming price model is just broken sometimes. And it's like, well, I would have bought this game from you guys, but it's not on sale, and you have it on sale at this other thing, but that's the Xbox version. And I don't really want the Xbox version, even though I can play it in the cloud, but I know you have a PC version of this with achievements. I would rather buy that version from you, but you're not letting me want to buy it from me because you're still going to keep the price very, very high on it. And it makes no freaking sense whatsoever. So I didn't buy any games. I didn't buy any more games yet. And I did check Steam. I didn't see any games on Steam yet that I wanted to buy. But there's still more games coming on to Game Pass. And I've been looking at them like, oh, they got Farming Simulator now and stuff. I'm like, Mr. Mike, do not attempt to try to play Farming Simulator. No way. But yes, hopefully the weekend I will play more games. And hopefully this Xbox Rog Ally handheld actually comes out because I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Rumors have it here on Windows Central. I know I don't usually mention all the people that I get my news from, but I get it from like Windows Central, IGN, GameSpot, GameSpot news, like Nintendo Direct, stuff like that. MSN. What else do I look at? I look at a bunch of Kotaku, stuff like that. I look at a lot of different websites for gaming news in general. Sometimes I'll look social media and stuff for my gaming news. I'll scrape the internet. Sometimes I'll hear something from somebody else or a podcaster, or I'll hear a rumor or something. I'll type it in to search, and I'll search for news stories on gaming and stuff and see if they're plausible or not and stuff like that. And if I find them plausible and they find interesting, then I'll put them in my show notes to talk about in the show. So if you guys were all wondering where I get all my gaming news from, I get it from the internet. I get it from everybody. IGN, it's Windows Central a lot of times. Sometimes XboxAchievements.com. They're big on news over there. You think they just show your Xbox achievements and what the scores are for, or what the achievement stuff is for each game. No, they just don't do that. They do news too over at XboxAchievements.com. So it's pretty interesting on where you can get your gaming news from. And a lot of these sources are still legit. And, you know, if I feel like, well, if they don't say this is a rumor, but they don't know nothing about it, I'll take that news article with a grain of salt. And when I talk to you guys about it, it's with a grain of salt. But here, Windows Central, which I do trust, they state the Xbox Rog Ally handhelds are reportedly launching in October. I talked about that before in the last podcast. And they also talked about how prices have leaked as well. I already talked about how they're going to release in October. I just didn't know the exact date. Well, apparently, a new report indicates that the Rog Xbox Ally, or like I like to call it, the Xbox Rog Ally, devices are slated to be launching on October 16th. So that's a Thursday. And I already put in the books or on my calendar a little tag saying, hey, Mr. Mike, take off October 16th or October 17th, depending on when the package gets there. Because if I get a shit delivered, which I am going to get it delivered, if I get it on the 16th, it's not going to come until the afternoon anyway. So I'll be out of work by the time the package gets to me on October 16th, usually. So I'll get it that day. It's just I'll have to wait to get it that day. But if I feel like it's going to come right away, depending on where it's getting shipped from, if they ship it fast, maybe I'll take off that Thursday as well. But I do plan on taking off that Friday, at least the day after, so I can mess around with the Xbox Rog Ally, do some video coverage of it for you guys, play some games on it. It's, set it up first, play some games on it. Also, I will have to pre-order it first, and also I'll have to pop in a new hard drive into there because it's only going to come, the one I'm getting, the Xbox or Rog Xbox Ally or Xbox Rog Ally, I'm getting the X version of that, the more expensive one. It's going to only come with 1 terabyte of M.2 drive space. I'm definitely going to have to up that to at least 4 terabytes in that sucker. So definitely am I going to be doing a first time upgrade to it. So I'm going to just this time I'm just going to pop out the drive like first time. I'm not even going to load the drive. I'll have the M.2 drive that's in my ROG Xbox Ally just there, and then I'll just pop in a fresh drive and try to boot it from that and see if the ROG Ally will just download the update for that and give me Windows 11 for that as well. I don't know if I have to first start it up. I might have to start it up first. I don't know. I forgot what I did with my other one. I think I started it up first. Yeah, I did. I did start it up first, and I, set it up a little bit, and then then I popped it on. I popped in a new M.2 drive, and I got it all working wonkily, and then I found out that you can just download the real, like it's the ROG Ally version of Windows 11 onto that because they had a special whatever installation of it, and I did that through their recovery process, and that's how I got my ROG Ally to be like it is, the beast that it is. Anyways, yes, I that's my plan. Get it upgraded right away with the new 4 terabyte M.2 drive, and then I'll be off to the races with this thing because then I'll be beefy as hell. It'll be powerful. It'll carry a bunch of my games, and I will be playing the shit out of it. But October 16th, that's the rumored date still until we find out, which everybody's saying Gamescom this year, on which they expect pre-orders will be open on August 20th. So that's when Gamescom 2025 is. It's on August 20th, right? Yes. A lot of stuff is there's going to be a Xbox showcase also, because they said, it says here that Xbox is also coming to Gamescom to do a little Xbox thing. So maybe they'll definitely be doing a little presentation of the Xbox ROG Ally. I'm sure they will. I would highly think so. So I'm ready for that. So that's August 20th, which is not too far away, because where are we here? We're on the 7th. 20th is like 2 weeks away. It's on Wednesday. So I'm ready for that. So the 20th, that's when pre-orders are expected to open. I will definitely pre-order mine from Microsoft, of course. Microsoft's Xbox.com, Microsoft.com, stuff like that. I already signed up because the last time I bought from Best Buy, it wasn't too bad. It was easy to get it, but if I can get it from the Xbox store from Microsoft, I would probably just rather do that, because if you buy hardware from them, you usually get like better warranties and stuff sometimes. Sometimes they do a little extra something over there. So that's where I'm thinking of getting it. If not, then I will get it from Best Buy, because I do got multiple Best Buys all around me. If I do that, I'll just have it shipped to one of the stores, maybe the one closer to my work, and then I'll just pick it up from there and just be like, hey, I got an Xbox ROG Ally. I'm going home with my new ROG Ally Xbox. Woohoo! Spent over $1,000 on it, because that's what it's being noted as. The report alleges that the Xbox ROG the Xbox Ally X, or I like to call it the Xbox ROG Ally X, will launch at European dollars $899. So I gotta do a conversion. I'm thinking that's like $900, $1,000 to USD. Yes, $1,048.77. So probably $999.99. I don't think they would go for over $1,000 on it. I could be wrong, because my Razer phone was over $1,000 I spent on my Moto Razer. So it could be over $1,000, which I would be definitely prepared for, but probably $999.99. I think they would want to keep it closer to that, because it would just sound better. And then the lower end Xbox Ally is launching at European dollars at $599 European dollars. And that is, give me a second here as I'm converting them on the go. That is $700. So $700 or $698.79 US dollars. I just say $700 and $900. So 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that seems like I hate to say reasonable because I know a lot of you are probably like, oh, so much money for that thing. Well, remember, folks, and I keep saying this, and I don't hate to keep saying it, but I gotta keep saying it because we gotta understand things are more expensive nowadays, and it's not because of just Trump and tariffs and stuff. It's just overall hardware costs more to produce. If you look at all the stuff going on in China and Taiwan and all that other stuff, I could get into the weirdest things with you guys, like population decreasing, all this other stuff, but there is a big supply and demand thing still going on, and it's still hard to source out all that stuff to make a lot of this stuff. So of course things are more expensive now because still people are trying to catch up in certain ways to try to make it so that they can produce stuff and sell it to us and other people. And unfortunately, they're going to have to raise prices, and that's beyond the tariffs and all that other stuff going on. And yeah, it sucks. Plus, don't forget, you're getting a PC in your hand. You're getting the PC with the monitor, speakers, everything you want, except for keyboard and mouse. Unless if you use the touchpad on it or the controllers, then you got your mouse like that. But and the keyboard, you do got the virtual keyboard as well. So technically, you got your keyboard and mouse built in as well if you use the virtual keyboard at all on the ROG Ally, which I do. Then you got yourself a whole PC in your hand because it's not just a gaming system. It's a PC gaming system in your hand. So, of course, with all that power and stuff put into it and bigger battery, more memory and stuff, memory is very expensive. I talked about that before many times. Of course, it's going to be more expensive for the unit. So people gotta check your lanes a little bit and just understand things aren't going to be as cheap as they used to be. It's not like the 360 area when things were like $299, $399, stuff like that. Things were cheap. You're going to be paying premium dollars for this stuff if you want a game, PC game, do very well PC gaming in your hand and all that stuff. So just saying, sticker shock, beyond sticker shock and all, you're pretty much getting some good stuff out of this. Like I said, I personally wouldn't go for the $700 version because that version is only going to have 16 gigs of RAM compared to the Xbox Rog Ally X, which is going to have 24 gigabytes of RAM, and RAM is everything, folks. I keep harping on that because remember, I have my I think it's, 12 or 6, is it? I forget how much RAM is in my ROG Ally Extreme, but I think it's even less than that. Excuse me, folks. I'm just trying to remember what it was. How much RAM in a ROG Ally Extreme. Looking up. Okay, 16. Okay, it comes with 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5. So that's what I got on my ROG Ally. And I think the lesser version of my ROG Ally, the ROG Ally Basic, not the Extreme Edition, I think that only came with, 8 gigabytes of RAM, if I'm not mistaken. It could have came with 16, but it could have maybe came with 8. But 16's okay, but like I said, a lot of my games would do a hell of a lot better with another 16 gigs, or another more gigs, not 16 because that would be 32. But I'm talking about 24 gigabytes of RAM compared to 16. That's night and day. That's going to be night and day. Applications will run better in the background, in the foreground. Games will run better because remember, PC games take up a lot of that memory, especially when it's being used for video memory, for your graphics. Graphics use a lot of memory to harness those shaders, harness the power to produce the pixels and move the stuff and make it look really good on your screen. So, 24 gigs of RAM It comes with a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD drive compared to the lesser one, which only has 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigabytes of memory. That's going to be the $700 one. I would spend that extra money just to be, if you're really going to be using this thing and you're going to really want to play as many of these games and upcoming games and new games and stuff like that, especially like if you want to play Doom, The Dark Ages or something, like games like that I can't really play on my ROG Ally. I can play it, but it looks really slow and sluggish and it doesn't work. If you want to play these next-gen games and all that, you're going to want the 24 gigs of RAM. I'm just saying, you're going to need that. Beyond even the 1 terabyte NVMe storage hard drive, you're going to want as much RAM as they will be able to sell you in this thing. And if it's only up to 24 gigs, I will gladly take that. Now, if it was, 36 or more, I'd even take that too. But 24 gigabytes of RAM is going to be very good, very decent. I got 32 gigs of RAM in my machine now. I should have like 64 in my machine here, but I got 32. Eventually, maybe down the road, I might put more in this machine, but or a new machine. Maybe I'll just wait for a new machine and then I'll put in like 64 or 128 gigabytes of RAM or something. But technically, like I said, more of the RAM, the better. Helps with those background processes, apps, stuff like that. Hopefully Windows 11 will be very slimmed down in this special version for the Xbox Rog Ally X, and Microsoft, aka Xbox, will have their interface over this thing. So I don't think they're going to be giving you Armory Crate. So if you don't like Armory Crate, which I think Armory Crate's fine, you're going to have the Xbox interface mostly on this one, but you could probably still use Armory Crate. You can still use anything like the Steam store and stuff like that. But they're going to try to make it more streamlined for Xbox as possible, much as possible. And like I said, if you got a little bit more extra pocket change, get a 4 terabyte, at least a 4 terabyte NVMe drive for your SSD. If you're comfortable of opening up the back and popping in a bigger drive into that, that's, like I said, what I'm going to do. And like I said, for battery life, I don't really give a shit. Like I said, battery life is it's not even what I consider it. I have my ROG Ally plugged in all the time when I'm playing games. It's very rare that I keep my ROG Ally unplugged, unless if I'm only going to play a game less than an hour. If I'm not going to play a game if I'm going to play a video game less than for an hour or something, oh yeah, I'm definitely just going to have that sucker unplugged for a little bit. Otherwise, I always play it when it's plugged in, wherever I go, because you get a USB-C extension cable. They're very easy and very cheap to get. You can put that thing anywhere, plug it in anywhere. Play it on the couch, front, back, deck, porch, whatever. That's what I do. Now, if you're going on trips and stuff, you can plug that USB-C into the USB or USB-C port on your cars and stuff. Why not? A lot of possibilities. So, like I said, I cannot wait till August the 20th, August the 20th, to see if this Gamescom, if they finally announce the pre-orders are open and they announce that this Xbox Rog Ally X and stuff, and they actually give us the firm price point for America and stuff on this. I will be waiting. Cannot wait, Microsoft, aka Xbox, and I cannot wait, Asus. This is a little goodie. Everybody else is talking about Switch 2, this, that. This is going to be my Switch 2, folks. The ROG Ally, Xbox ROG Ally is going to be my Switch 2. Even though I seen one in the store. I was in, was I in Best Buy? No, I was in Walmart. I was in one of the stores. And I seen Switch 2s. I didn't buy one. Because, like I said, if I'm going to buy one, if I do decide to buy another Nintendo device or another Switch successor and stuff like that, Like I said, I will have to wait for the OLED version because I do not want the regular version because I know the OLED one will eventually come, and with my eyes and stuff like that, I would rather have the OLED version because I can afford something like that. But as of right now, and the way things are going around with Nintendo, I've been like, meh. Because like I said, I barely play my regular Switch. So if I'm going to be playing my Asus ROG Ally 2, or ROG Ally X, Xbox ROG, I can't even speak anymore, Xbox ROG Ally X, and all the games that I got on Game Pass and Steam and all that other stuff, why do I need a Switch 2? I know Donkey Kong Bonanza's on there. I know there's going to be a few others things on there as well. I don't give a shit about Mario Kart right now. World, I kind of got my fill of that, and I kind of got my mouth is all of that. But yeah, that's just how I feel, folks. I've been more now a PC gamer more than a console or anything else type of gamer. It's more PC, handheld. That's me in a nutshell. And before I was like, kind of a little upset as a, once a console fanboy, and I'm going, well, now Microsoft is more to putting their games on everything, on PC, PlayStation, Switch, whatever. Who cares? So now I'm like embracing it and using it to my advantage, going, hey, I'm just going to play this game on my ROG Ally or something, or my PC. Maybe occasionally my Xbox when it comes to it. Next news story. Xbox celebrates Rare's 40th anniversary with surprise rewards and exclusives. So Microsoft Xbox's Rare turns 40 years old today. On August 4th, 2025. So what's today? Oh, this is the 7th. So this just happened. Rare created some of the best games of all time, like Banjo-Kazooie, GoldenEye 007, Donkey Kong Country, and other countless classics like Killer Instinct. Yes. Thankfully, Xbox hasn't forgotten this, as they have planned a ton of celebration items, both in-game and real life, for Rare's 40th anniversary. An official post on Xbox Wire describes the huge list of celebration items, from Sea of Thieves, cosmetics, to t-shirts, hoodies, vinyl soundtracks, and more. Let's see here. As we go on to here, and I look on Xbox Wire. So 1985, the height of the British home computer scene, the era of games was delivered on cassette tapes by young coders producing innovative titles straight out of their bedrooms. There's a whole thing here on Xbox Wire, on the Microsoft thing on Xbox Wire about Rare. Founded in 1982. 1985. Birthplace of Rare Unlimited, founded in 1985. Huh. So they got stuff that they're selling, that they came out with and selling for this 40th anniversary collection, like from 8-Bit Dough. They got a vinyl collection of pre-orders for the freshly announced Rare 40th anniversary vinyl collection, because vinyl came back. Evercade enthusiasts can look forward to a new cartridge collection of 12 vintage Rare titles spanning home computer, console, and arcade. So there's a Sea of Thieves thing going on. Also, Smuggler's Tide arrives on August 14th, bringing even more anniversary antics in its wake. For a limited time, select ancient coin packs acquired by spending Microsoft Rewards points will come bundled with a rare ruby hat, which can also be earned via the Microsoft Rewards app. So there you go, folks. If you're big into Sea of Thieves and stuff and you want a ruby hat, you can go into Microsoft Rewards and get that. Let's see here. They got some Twitch drops, and Sea of Thieves Season 17 Community Weekend begins on August 30th. emotes, all this other stuff. So a lot of little goodies that they're doing with this. I think the biggest one to me is probably the vinyl collection that they got. Let's see how much that is. $100. 2.5 hours of legendary tracks. $100. 4 LPs. Shades of Rare Wear blue and gold vinyl. That looks pretty good. They look really good, these vinyl records, these 4 vinyl records. They're very colorful. They're see-through. They got the weird stuff on them. You know, people that make the vinyls nowadays, it's a lot of stuff to press these things. Music from Sea of Thieves, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Battletoads, Banjo-Kazooie, Viva Pinata, and 10 plus more games. Plus tons more secrets to discover. Let's see here. Ultra Premium Collector's Box Set. What else does this have? Does this come with Perfect Dark? Does it have like a code for like if you want the music if you don't have a vinyl player? Let's see here. I'm just looking to see. Let's see here. I'm trying to look for it. I would think they would have they also probably would give you a code, a digital code to download the music. Wrapped in a premium, full covered slipcase, ensuring it'll be all but the demand to take center stage in your vinyl collection. I would think there would be a digital code as well. Usually, like I said, if people don't have a vinyl record player, they usually would bring that in. But why would you get the vinyl collection if you don't have a record vinyl player, right? I don't know, folks. It's not saying it, but $100. That doesn't seem bad for 4 special edition vinyls. You know, that's a good way to celebrate Rare. I wish they would did some like Rare plushies or something too. You know, they could have did a Conker plushie. They could have did some other kind of plushies and stuff. So it's kind of weird that they didn't do that. Oh, here's that Rare Evercade cartridge thing. So you need an Evercade to play them, right? Oh, look at these games. They look so bad. No, these are Rare's early games like Battletoads Arcade, Conker's Pocket Tales, Battletoads Original, Cobra Triangle, Gunfight, RC Pro Am, Night Lore, Tickety Tick, Lunar Jetman, Jetpack. All these games are so old, but understandably, because that's what people like. Some people like these really old school games. Me, I cannot get into this type of old games. I very much respect what it is and what they're selling on these. I just not for me. Like I said, I'd rather have a Conker plushie or a Banjo-Kazooie plushie. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so congratulations, Rare, for making it 40 years. Hopefully Microsoft doesn't sink that ship anytime soon. Please, Microsoft, if you sink Rare, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of the gaming industry after your asses. I'm just saying. Because look at Bungie right now with Sony. I don't even think Bungie's going to survive. I think Sony's going to kill Bungie eventually. I hate to say that. Not that Bungie is Bungie anymore, but the people that brought us Halo and all that back in the day, it ain't looking so good for them either. I've just been hearing stuff with that internally. But that's not in the news. That is just me hearing rumors and stuff, okay? Okay. Next in the news, apparently there was some Nintendo backwards compatibility issues for games on the Switch 2, and I guess Nintendo fixed a whole bunch of them. recently. So Switch 2's newly fixed backwards compatible games. Conan Reboot High Tension. Oh yeah, because people are clamoring for that. DC.3 what plus story? Who? What? Okay. Darkstar 1 Nintendo Switch Edition. Okay. Discry 7 Vaganiti. Okay. So games that does not fucking matter? Okay. I don't know what these fucking games are, but okay. At least they're trying to fix some games. I don't know what these games are. I don't know why people would really care about playing them. I'm guessing there's more other games that could use fixing if needed to be. I don't know. I have nothing for that. Nintendo also warns you about your Switch 2 owners, because Switch 2 owners, be careful. Don't go outside with your Switch 2s because they will melt. They will melt in the vacuum of outside. Got to keep them inside. They say not only should you keep your Switch 2s inside your house, you should be playing them next to your air conditioners because they get really warm. Really, really warm. So apparently, if you go outside and it's like 95 degrees outside and you like to play your games in 95-degree weather, I kind of do sometimes because I'm crazy. Depends. If it's a dry heat, it's okay. I played my Asus ROG Ally Extreme. I played outside sometimes when it's really, really hot outside and sometimes muggy. And I've been having no problems. But apparently, a lot of people have been trying to take out their Switch 2s in these hot summer months. And they've been having problems with them. Of their Switch 2s breaking, stuff like that. Because they get really hot, those Switch 2s. Apparently, the ventilation in these Switch 2s aren't so good. Because I've been hearing a lot about the overheating issues in Switch 2s lately. A lot of people talking about their Switch 2s getting really, really hot or overheating. So apparently, Nintendo had to step in and state, hey, Switch 2 users, you should be playing your console in an air-conditioned area, citing in recent heat wave back in their home place of Japan that the temperatures seen exceed 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees. So they're talking about, so a Nintendo support Twitter feed stated that the Switch and the Switch 2 can malfunction in environments above 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit and below 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit. So if it gets too cold, they can freaking break or cause trouble for them. So Nintendo's encouraging users wanting to play outdoors to caution them. So because, it's bad for your Switch 2. I'm like, well, isn't this supposed to be a portable gaming system, Nintendo? And isn't it the case that you would want wouldn't you want, I don't know, your gaming fans to be able to play these games outside? Because that's what portable systems are for, to go places with and go outside and play at the park, play sitting in your backyard on warm summer nights or cold summer days. Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of having a handheld? No, you got to be attached to your air conditioning unit, but not too cold. So keep it a little bit away from your air conditioning unit in your house. Because if it's outside the house, the temperatures are too bad for it. The Switch 2 can't handle it. Or your Switch. I haven't had any problems with my original Switch being in heat and hot areas either. But it can happen. It can happen. So everybody, warning. Also a warning, if you really want to get your Switch 1 OLED version, if you really want to get a Switch 1 again, if you don't want a Switch 2, you just want the original Switch, and you want that OLED version, well, remember, Nintendo raised all the prices on all the original hardware and some Switch 2 hardware as well. Not the system, but like Joy-Cons and stuff like that. So, but apparently right now, well, like I said, after this podcast is up, it might change. I don't know. This is coming from Walmart. But that price could change, after Sundays. Usually they change the prices. But right now, as I'm recording this podcast on Thursday, Nintendo Switch OLED Edition is $100 off at Walmart, even after the price increases to the Switch 1 or the original Switches. So from $399 to $299 over for a Switch OLED for $299 at Walmart right now. So Nintendo raised the prices because of tariffs and all that other stuff they like to talk about of their Switch 1 hardware and Joy-Cons and all the other bullshit. And then they announced some Switch 2 hardware upping the price of that as well. But Walmart's like, no, we got probably 1 billion of these Switch OLEDs and Nintendo Switches and Nintendo Switch OLEDs right now. We want to get rid of these things and bring in more Switch 2. So I guess they're just trying to liquidate inventory a bit. Because if they're selling them for $300 for a Nintendo Switch 1 white OLED version, and I could get one right now because I looked at their website, I was almost tempted to buy one, folks. I almost bought a Nintendo Switch OLED. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that, Mr. Mike? Don't do that. Even though it is an OLED version of the Nintendo Switch, you got a Nintendo Switch. It still works perfectly fine, even though it ain't an OLED screen on it. And you don't ever play it. So you're going to get a Nintendo Switch again. An OLED version, sure, better in lots of ways, probably hardware and screen-wise, but why? You're never going to play it. So I'm like, I was hovering over the purchase on Walmart.com, and I'm like, no, bad, Mr. Mike, bad. I took my finger and went, no, bad. Because, no, I don't need one. I'm trying to say no to stupid purchases. Now, if I had unlimited money, sure, I'd have bought that 10 times, I would have bought that right away. But if I'm not going to really play it, why buy it, And that's why I say about the Switch 2 as well. If I'm not going to play it, why buy it? Got a ROG Ally, got a PC, got an Xbox. I'm good. But for all you other people, if you can't afford the Switch 2 or you don't want a Switch 2 and you want the original Switch and you want to get that for your kids or something, they don't care because there's plenty of software out there for everybody, even if there might not be that much new software coming to the original Switch nowadays and going forward. But shit, they can all get a nice OLED Switch for $299. Very cheap. Very good system. Why not? One minor note, I haven't looked up the story, but apparently Nintendo has blocked certain charities, like some charities from doing their charity events by playing and hosting Nintendo games. And Nintendo said, cease and desist, and said, no. Even though you're a charity, you didn't let us know ahead of time that you wanted to do like streams of the games or play the games with people and stuff. And I found that very, very evil. Hence why I got Evil Mario here. Because these so-called charities, I forgot which charities they were. I should have looked it up. But I just heard this in a news story, and I should have kept it because it was something. But apparently Nintendo's blocking charities and anybody from playing any games. Like I think they were having like they were going to have a charity game off or something for kids and whatnot. And Nintendo said, no, cease and desist. They brought out the Nintendo lawyers and they said, no, you cannot do this unless if you have our permission ahead of time. And it's like, really, Nintendo? You're really going to try to bounce on a charity, no less, because you're fucking scared of what? because your people are going to be playing your Nintendo Switches or Switch 2 systems and play your games because they're basically helping you promote your games as well. What is it? You don't want people playing your games in your systems? You don't want people sharing and caring about your Nintendo systems? This is what I found and I should look this up. Let me see here. I'll look it up. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back, folks. I am back. So I was looking this up. Got this right away. So Nintendo blocks charity from playing its games. Nintendo's recent decision to block charity events from playing the games has sparked significant controversy within the gaming community. The company's stance on unauthorized use of its games has led to the removal of Nintendo titles from charity speedrunning events like RTA in Japan. And of course, this move has left organizers uncertain about the future of their charitable initiatives and has raised concerns about Nintendo's approach to public displays of its games. The controversy highlights the tension between corporate interests and community values, as Nintendo's actions may alienate some of its most loyal fans and detract from the event's reach. Yes, charity for people, kids, stuff like that. And from playing games, from speedrunning, playing games, or whatever. That is stupid. And Nintendo has been getting really, really bad again with, don't play our games. Don't show our games. Don't in public. Do not do that. What the fuck is up with you guys? What the fuck is up with this company right now? And this is one of those another reasons why I'm like, fuck you. I'm going to do a 69 on your fucking Mario asses and say, hey, this is another good reason for me not wanting to buy any of your stuff anymore, like Nintendo Switch 2 and stuff, because you guys are being so... I can understand if this is for like a fighting tournament or something and there was prize money and shit going on, or people were trying to pirate your games. But this is for fucking charity, people. And I bet it's for kids and stuff like that. And they're being so brutal on stuff. When are they going to go after people like me when I play some Nintendo games online again? Are they going to do that? Because, they block everybody from earning any money off their channels if they're streaming like Nintendo games, this and that. It's just good publicity, Nintendo. Get the fuck over it, guys. We're in 2025 right now. You're making yourselves look really bad right now when you keep getting your lawyerly ways to blocking this stuff. I wonder if this all happens because of the Saudis or something. Because I hear the Saudis owns a little bit of Nintendo. They own a little chunk of Nintendo. Even though Nintendo doesn't like to mention it, I wonder if they have something to do with it more than the lawyers and stuff. Because you would think as a company, Nintendo is a company trying to bring fun and goodness to kids all around the world and fans and people with their games and stuff. You would think they would be happy that people are playing their stuff everywhere because it just promotes their stuff. They were playing and doing some speed runs for their charity at this event and stuff, and they were playing on Nintendo Switch 2s and stuff and showing these games and stuff, and all the kids and parents were looking at it like, maybe we want to go out and buy one of those and pay some money to Nintendo. And if Nintendo also maybe gave a little bit of money to these charities and stuff on top of it, and and asked if they needed something like plushie dolls or something, or a mascot to come over there and help them with their charities or something, or whatever, gaming events or something. Promote your shit, Nintendo. Just let people love your shit. Not going, no, this is my shit, even though you can play it, but you got to buy it, and you can only do it in your own home with like one or two other people, because if you got more, we won't let you do that. No, it sounds so disgusting, so ugly. When I remembered, like I said, I just remembered this, I got really outraged again. And I'm like, you know what? Unless if these people are pirating your games or you're not making money off of this shit, okay, if they're pirating the shit, go after them. If they're doing this for charities or for fun and they're showing off your shit, you should be grateful. You should be super grateful and happy. Because if those games and stuff and hardware and all that is out there, let people play it. Let people show it off to other people. Let people have fun and have events with that stuff and enjoy your stuff. And you can see, ooh, look, it brings happiness to all these communities, charities, events, these gaming events and stuff like that. Okay, and they're not ripping off our software, and we're even getting more sales because everybody's looking at our new hotness of stuff, and they're going, ooh, now I got to go buy that because I saw this at this Evo event or this charity that I was at. I got to pick up a Switch or two of these Switches for my kids. But I guess Nintendo, being the Apple of the video game world, just does not really give a fuck. And that's disheartening. That's just a corporation being evil as an evil corporation, and Nintendo throwing their 800-pound gorillas, forgive me for making that reference to Donkey Kong, but putting the big old gorilla out there and saying, no, no, no. And I just got to say, fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you. With a big middle finger. Fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you. Because that is just... that's bad taste in my mouth from Nintendo, because why are you killing people's happiness? Like I said, what's bad that they're showing your games? I would love to talk to these people and say, why is it so bad that people want to use your games for charity events and stuff like that? That would get you guys more sales. That would get you more popular, because people would look at this stuff, go, oh, they're not pirating your shit. They're looking at your shit. They're playing your shit. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And now it just got me even more happy that I don't really give a shit about the Switch 2 right now, because it's like, well, when the time comes when they do have the OLED version, will I be still in that state of that I'm just gonna say no to the Switch 2 and say, hey, I got an Asus ROG Ally, Xbox Asus ROG Ally, got an Xbox, I got a PC. I'm good. I played a lot of Mario titles and all this other great stuff, but I'm good. Nintendo, you fucked up. You bring the hate, and the rest of us will leave. And, there's people on the other side, probably shareholders or something, to say, no, they shouldn't be showing off that shit. People with motives. Because otherwise, what would the motive be, people? Why would you not? It's not like it's the music industry, how they don't like it. They don't allow people without authorization or paying them some money play their music on like stores and stuff. You remember that when they had like people from the music industry going around like shopping centers and grocery stores and saying, hey, you're playing copyrighted music over your speakers for customers. Did you get a license for that? We're in that territory right there with Nintendo and video games. Does that mean I can't bring my Switch 2 out to a public event and go, hey, look, everybody, I'm playing my Switch 2? And then somebody puts a camera on it. It's like, oh, no, you can't, because Nintendo will get all mad. Nintendo. We're Japanese. We're bad. I don't know. It just makes me unwilling to want to buy more stuff. Any company or corporation that does that kind of shit a lot makes me not want to buy their shit. Because, even though Microsoft and Xbox has their problems, they never say, oh, don't play our shit out in open. Don't share our shit. Don't play it everywhere. Google did that. Look where Google got to. Other people did that. Look where that got them. Nintendo, that's bad. Bad on Nintendo. Shame on you, Mario. Shame on you. Oh, Misa mad. Misa upset. Enough of that. Let's get through these last ones very quickly here. BioShock 4 is going to come out someday, says Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, as he promises, because apparently the BioShock 4 development has come in a little bit of disarray. Apparently there's some failed review by executives and of the head of its lead developer, Cloud Chamber, which I guess was working on this BioShock 4 game. Apparently, the lead director of the game got let go or something, or got ousted. Now they're getting another person in. I guess it was either because of story or whatever. I don't know. But the game was, I guess this game was almost like in development for like 10 years, BioShock 4. Since whenever BioShock Infinite left, I guess they were starting to think about how, and I heard rumblings back at that time too, of how they were going to make a new BioShock game. And they even canceled like a BioShock 1 remake or remaster remake or whatever that was going to be happening with that. But apparently Mr. Strauss-Zelnick says they're still working on BioShock 4. It's going to eventually come out one way or another. So they're not going to just let it go down the drain like an EA or Sony or somebody. I guess they think it's going to be big. And I would hope so. Because you also got that other game made by Ken Levine, that Judas game. That's also a Take-Two game. Haven't heard much from that lately. But, yeah, Ken Levine is still working under the 2K banner on Judas. So I don't know what's going on with that either. But that looked okay, and I would definitely play Judas when that comes out. But, yeah, BioShock 4, I'm super interested, even though there's nothing on it right now. It's not even a game right now. But I'm super interested in what that game could be like. I'm interested in what Judas is going to be like. When I see the trailers of that, the recent trailers, I'm like, that might be really cool if it delivers what it promises. Ken Levine made some good games, so I'll give him another game. I'll play the Judas. Interesting. He's creating a BioShock-like video game under Take-Two again. Go figure. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 getting a Jurassic World Islands. So apparently, and I saw the trailer already for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, there's going to be a Jurassic World Islands captured at the moment when the park is operational, but not everything is under control. Blurb, the add-on reads, half a dozen airstrips and twice as many helipads await across the islands. Some more familiar than others, but all interesting destinations on their own. So basically, the islands, aka Hawaiian Islands, but these are Isla Sorna, Island Nublar, stuff like that, Costa Rica. They're basically making fake areas or fake places for people like us to fly our planes and helicopters at. Even though I will never probably play this, I find it interesting what they're doing. They're taking a game, like a film franchise, and they're adding it to a game. That's not really a game. It's supposed to be a flight simulator, but it is a game in a way. But still, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Interesting. It makes me almost want to install Flight Simulator again. I'm just not... I haven't been into Microsoft Flight Simulator since I was back in the Windows 98 era. It was a lot easier to fly planes. I could still fly them, but I don't know. I liked it better in the early days. I think they kept it more simple, and it seems way more complicated now. But I'm older now, too. So many buttons, so many things to do. Anyways, we'll see on that. I don't know. I want to watch somebody play it. I'd rather watch somebody play Flight Simulator 2024 and watch them play the Jurassic World content than play it myself. That's how I would say it. And there was an official, and this is the last news story, an official Terminator 2D No Fate, of an official Terminator 2D No Fate official game overview trailer that just came out. Talking about all the stuff that's basically going to be in the game when it releases on October 31st of this year on basically everything. It's coming out on Xbox One, Series X and S, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC, Steam and Epic Games Store. So basically everything. They say Nintendo Switch. Do they mean Switch and Switch 2? Basically, they're talking about, it's a 2D action retro platformer developed by Bitmap Bureau. We already knew that. Players can get an overview of what this classic arcade-style game has to offer from the game modes, scoring systems, and more as the journey of Sarah Connor and the T-800 unfolds with thrilling missions, iconic scenes from Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Terminator 2 No Fate is launching, like I already said, on October 31st. And they were showing a lot of stuff. They were showing a lot of stuff from the movies. They made some few things that people like me, fans of the Terminator franchise, would love to see, like Sarah Connor and John Connor going into the future, trying to battle Skynet and the Terminators and stuff. There's boss battles. There's your classic scene. Most of the stuff is from your classic scenes from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. A lot of great stuff. And a lot of stuff that you would think that looks like what you've seen like back in the LGN era when you played the original Terminator 2 games, like from LBJ or whatever it was, that company, but made really good, and it looks really good, and I just cannot wait. This is going to be a great game. Now, I'm just hoping, I don't know, because I know how it is on releasing the stuff on the Xbox store for PC stuff, but I wonder if this will come out on the Xbox PC store so I could play this on my ROG Ally, or do I have to buy a Steam version of this? Because I want the achievement, or maybe it'll be a cloud thing. I don't know. I wouldn't want to buy it on cloud, but any way, shape, or form, if I end up buying this on the series on my Xbox console, who cares? I will play the shit out of this game. It looks cool. I cannot wait till Terminator 2 No Fate comes out. It just looks like a blast. It looks like a blast. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be cool. Anyways, folks, look at that. It's still a longish show, but still a shorter show because it's not over 2 hours. So I got nothing more to really talk about. I'm really done. Like I said, I just wanted to get in the show before the weekend. Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff going on. I do plan, like I said, I plan on playing some more Wuchang Fallen Feathers for another Let's Play for next week. Give it my second try. I think I call it second chance. I'm going to call it second chance because I really want to try to play it and see, Mr. Mike, can I play a semi-whatever rogue game, a Souls-like game, even though it ain't like Elder Scrolls, it ain't like Dark Souls or anything like that, but I want to see if I can play a game like this. Because like I said, there's elements of it that I'm like, ooh, I can probably get away with spanning this, like going to the shrines and keep saving and stuff and keep going back when the bad people, the bad guys, or whatever you want to consider them, the people that you fight, come back, and I can battle them and get more points, and I can unlock more stuff. I can basically farm my upgrades for my character and get better and badder, and be able to kill the big bosses and stuff a lot faster. I don't know. I'm going to try. Like I said, I like to give things a bit of a try. I don't just quit things like right away unless it's a really bad game and I really don't like it. Otherwise, I give it a try. Look at Expedition 33. I gave that a try. I played a bunch of that game, and then I just dropped out of it because I'm like, this game is really not for me. I know a lot of people liked it. I just really did not care about it. I thought it was very kind of boring-ish, at least for my gameplay of Expedition 33. But this Wuchang Fallen Feathers, it seems okay. It's like I said, it's a Chinese game. It's got some good things to it. I just got to play better and see what it does. And it works perfectly well. I'm perfectly fine on my PC here. So people complaining about it being a stuttering, crappy mess, I haven't seen that. Like I said, maybe they're just asking for too much from their graphics cards and stuff, and they got to lower some settings. I think somebody else said that too in another podcast. Like, people expected too much. But it's a decent game. It's on Game Pass. Why not? I could even play it on my Xbox if I wanted to, but I played it on my Series on my PC instead. But and I don't think I got anything else. So everybody, thank you for joining me. So like I said, each and every Friday, this upcoming Friday from this podcast, there will be another live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Right on, YouTube Live, twitch.tv, or oldfreakygamer.com for another Rogue Mike Rogue City adventure in RoboCop Rogue City as I continue on my adventures in that game. And watch it. Wednesday, there will be another Let's Play, like I said. And like I said, hopefully I can play some games this weekend. I don't know. Depends on how the weekend goes. Like I said, I want to get a lot of stuff done. Like I said, I got a friend coming over Saturday afternoon. So we'll see. We'll see about that. So everybody, Mr. Mike signing out. If you guys got any comments or questions for me, feel free to email me. I'm not going to spam you. I think people are worried about me spamming them or giving out their email address. I'm not going to do that. I don't care. I'm not making money from this shit. I'm just doing it for fun. But I want people that are into video games and whatnot, message me. Questions, comments. Give me your ideas and your picks on great games or bad games. Tell me what you think. What you like, what you dislike about my podcast, whatever. I like to know. I want to know. You can also go on my social stuff, network stuff too as well. If you go to BlueSky or Twitter and stuff. Or just go to oldfreakygamer.com. And let your peeps know. Let your family, friends, whatever know about this stuff. And join up. Subscribe onto my YouTube channel. Join up on oldfreakygamer.com. I would love to have you guys. So this is Mr. Mike saying, game on, game hard, world conquest. I'm pushing this gaming button. And the show is now game over.
Bright, old freaky gamer plays all night. Joystick in one hand, fries in the other. He's the king of one more level, brother. Press start, he's in the zone. His throne's a squeaky chair alone. Old freaky gamer, he's got the knack. Blasting through the game's attack. Level up and don't look back. Old freaky gamer on the track. Dreams and a 16-bit past. His reflex is slow, but his will is fast. Button mashing like a man possessed. High score chasing, he's obsessed. Respawn, repeat, rage quit, restart. Every pixel's
Game over.